Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning we're going to talk about who your beneficiaries are. So let's jump right into it. Now that you've looked at types of insurance that you may either already have or need to consider getting or even make changes to, and you've looked at planning for the future expenses of your passing, as well as looking at establishing and organizing your key documents, it's now important to begin the review process. So let's just be honest, the review stage can be a bit tedious, but it's so important to ensure that your last wishes are actually carried out properly. Now, the review process is when you go through each bank account, each investment account, your insurance policies, and other accounts accordingly to determine whether all your information is still correct, including who was listed as the beneficiary of that account when it was established versus any changes over time that have had to be made. So this ensures that your personal information is also correct and that there is nothing missing regarding those specific profiles and those specific accounts that would not be in alignment with the will that you have established. Now, depending on the state that you reside in, there will be different rules for the weight placed on a will versus beneficiaries that are actually listed on these specific accounts. So this means that you need to be especially intentional to ensure that the beneficiaries on each match what has been spelled out in your will. So that will prevent any kind of confusion. Who you determine to be your beneficiary or beneficiaries is completely up to you, but you will want to consider aspects like their proximity to you relationally, their impact on you, the alignment to your values, awareness of the individual's propensities, so that you're not setting them up to fail by handing off a large amount of wealth or something like that, as well as the knowledge of maybe the nonprofits and their financial stability, the use of those donated funds, and the long-term mission if you decide to include donating to some cause or nonprofit in your will. Now, you will typically have primary and secondary beneficiaries if, for example, the primary precedes the secondary in passing away. Then the beneficiary then moves to the next individual or organization that's outlined. So beyond ensuring your accounts align with your will, your assets and liabilities are documented and physical assets inventoried. It will be important to take all of this documentation to your trusted advisor. Now, I always encourage people to have people in your corner as your trusted advisors. And I'm not an attorney, I'm not a estate attorney especially, so I highly recommend that you meet with your trusted attorney, your CPA, your financial planner, or your financial advisor in planning your legacy, what your wishes are, and making sure that you're in line with those goals accordingly. So completing this initial work will allow you to be prepared for these meetings while limiting the cost of completing the process of your estate planning. Now, in these conversations, I would recommend that you discuss how to tie the following 5 aspects we've looked at thus far to your specific situation, because everyone has their own specific situations and it's not a one solution fix all. So the first aspect is your will. The second aspect is the overview with your current net worth, your assets, minus your liabilities. The third aspect is your bank and investment accounts and reviewing those. The fourth aspect is your insurance policies. And the fifth aspect is any communication in regards to those beneficiaries and their splits accordingly, whatever's being assigned to them. So once you meet with your trusted advisors, you will have confidence that you have pulled together everything that you can in order to be as prepared as possible, and that you have as a package that's ready to be handed off to the executor when the time comes to then execute on your will accordingly. Now, my call to action today is to complete this review of your bank accounts, your investment accounts, and insurance policies at a minimum. Now, you may have a lot of other aspects to review as well, but I would just start here. And once you review those and make sure that they align with your will accordingly, it'll give you some peace of mind. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.